Hello guys, welcome back. It's David here. I am at CEG Dealer School and I'm about to do another system review. Please stay tuned because we are going to break a new system down into all its different parts. So we're going to explain the system. We're going to go over the buy-in. Then we're going to go over the pros and cons and then kind of talk about who's it for. And today we're going over a system that is a rollback to a classic system that me and Alex used to use. Actually, Alex coined the system himself, and it's called the Panda Degen system. And for those of you who follow the channel on Discord, that kind of thing, you know kind of the Degen way of life. And there's that. So this is a bit of a Degen. It's not a full Degen system, by the way, but it is very Panda friendly. And so here we go. Let me explain the system for you very quickly. And what you do is you start the system out with a don't pass bet of $25. And this is a structured system. So this isn't, you can play it at different levels and work that out yourself, but this is quite literally the system as it was played out. So $25 on the don't pass, okay? And then you have 100, and ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a point out. Alex would start with $25 on the don'ts and $10 on the pass line. And I was always like, why do you need the pass line to sort of hedge the don't pass in case there's a winner 7? But anyways, start with a $25 don't pass, okay? We're waiting for a point, okay? Once we have a point, depending on the point is, you're gonna go 130, let's say in this case, 130 across. If the point was a 9 or 4, or any of the outside numbers, you'd have 135 across. And then you're also gonna do a full lay, okay? Now, okay? So in this case, a full lay on a 3, 4, 5 game would be $150 on the $25, right? So you have two ways of working the Panda Degen system. The first way of working the Panda Degen system is to hit a number. So other than the 9. So the thing you don't want is you don't want a winner back clearly, right? A 9 right back would whack you. But what you want is any number to hit. So let's say an 8 was the next roll. You came on the point of 9, you established your lay, and now 8's rolled. So the idea is from here is you take down everything, okay? And your lay, you can also take down your don't pass, and now you have $32 across, paid for, all right? Even with a $3 profit. So then you would put this 32 and $32 across, assuming it's a $5 table, of course. You would need a $5 table. Here you have $32 across, and now you're out and about, ready to create opportunity. You can do whatever you want. You can double tap, triple locks, press, take a little bit, you know, just kind of work with the numbers. But there you go. So you cover on a 0.7. All you're looking for is one number. You get paid on that one number, and then boom, you can go across, right? Okay. The other way to work this system is, and our very own Dean kind of worked this out and started playing this with a few customers, is you start with $25 on the don't pass, right? You go $135 across once you get a number, or $130 across depending upon the number. You take a full lay, okay? So in this case, no matter what the number is, it's $150, always 6 times your flat. So on a 3, 4, 5 game, it's always 6 times. You can take a lay, that's where 6 times your flat, okay? So if the point was 10, for example, you could still take a 150. You'd only win 75 for the flat, 75 for the lay, 25 for the don't, though, okay? So be mindful of that. Worst case scenario is a point winner, right? If you get a winner right back, they come on the point of 10, and you get a winner 10, you're gonna be out $175. You still have this money working for you, of course, but you're gonna be out from your don't pass money. The other scenario is, let's say on the 10, because that would pay the least, is if it's a 0.7 out, you lose this 135, but you're gonna get back $75 for the lay and $25, $100, so you're only out essentially $35, right? In this case, right? If the point's 5 or 9, and you lay the 150, okay, as we know, if it's 0.7 out while you still have the 135 across, you would get paid $125, so you'd be out $10 in this scenario. If the point was a 6 or 8, you'd only be out $5, right? So that's what it is. Ultimately, it's just a hedging system. Now, if the point was ideally if you came out on the point of an 8, let's say, and you only had to go 130 across, and then it's a 0.7, okay, then you're going to get paid 125 there and 25. Let's be 150. You're only in 130. You actually make a profit of $20. So in that case, sort of good to go. Either way is fine. You're fully hedged, ready. Okay. All right. Now, the one caveat to this whole system is in the event that you're actually the shooter. So if you're the shooter, you have a flat bet, you come out on the point of 8, and you take your $150 lay, let's say. And now let's say the next number is a 6, so you get paid $35, right? You take everything down. All right. You go 32 across, that's 3 change. But you need, if you're the shooter, you need a don't pass or pass line to shoot the dice. So you could easily just put $5 on the line or reduce your don't pass to the table minimum if you'd like to do that. But at this point, if you're going full steam on the pass line, just to take $26 across, in this case, 0.8, right? And throw your $5 or the $6 that you would have had the 8 on the line so you can keep shooting, okay? So you can come off the don'ts and just go positive and stay shooting, right? And at that point, once you start winning money, you can opt to maybe eventually, take some odds, build them up as you go. I mean, a lot of different ways. So the Panda Degen is just a way to kind of get started, create opportunity for yourself, and sort of move ahead from there, right? Okay, so what's the buy-in? Well, the buy-in for the Panda Degen system that we've always used is $500. Anything less than $500, it's hard to sort of get started with this, especially if you suffer a point winner, right? So that's the only drawback of this is point. We'll get to that in a minute, actually, the pros and cons, jumping ahead of myself. But let's look at it from this perspective. You need $25 for the don'ts. You need another $135 or $130, but let's say $135, the points on the outside. And then you're also going to need a full lay of $150. So at any given time, or at least once you first come out a number, you're going to be in, let's break this down. You're going to be in 310 or 305, give or take, okay? So there you go. You're going to put that at risk as you start. So $500 is the way to go, maybe $600 or $700 just to give yourself some clearance and play the system out. And by the way, we've had some success with this system quite a few times. In fact, with quite a few people that have come to Casino Quest, and we'll get to that more in a minute. Okay, so that's the buy-in. I recommend $600-700 because remember, you really only stand to lose the 135 or even the 1 1/4, the 150, 175. It's sort of mitigated pretty well. So with $500 or $600, you can stay in action for quite a while and go from there. Okay, so what are the pros? So let's lay this out. Okay, the pros of this system is, well, the pros is pretty easy. One is, it's a hedging system. And you're only in for one roll. Your risk is literally one roll. So you're hoping to get a point and then any number but the point on the return. Even the 7 out really doesn't impact your bankroll all that much. You can come back, but ultimately only need one roll with the system to kind of get out and be in play, right? The other advantage of the system is it's a fairly easy system to play. It doesn't require too much work for the dealer outside of them putting the bets up, taking them down, putting you back to 32 across. You're managing your lay, you're managing your don't pass yourself. So like when we were talking about the nollie inside, those types of bets, don't tell them I sent you. Because your dealers very often don't like to work with bets that require a lot of work, okay? But this doesn't require too much work. It's pretty easy, a very basic kind of regression system. The other pro, and the big pro, I think, is you create opportunity. Even though you mitigate the opportunity a little bit, you're diminishing the opportunity because you're not taking advantage of the roll right from go, you're giving yourself opportunity as it works. So for example, I get a number, the number is 6, right? I'm coming down, I'm buying my place bets, I'm in one roll, take all this up, right? I'm going 32 across, $3 back, and now, right? Now, if I were you, I would just go for the jugular. I would do something that is highly progressive when it comes to pressing these bets. They're paid for. I'm up $3. If I want to create opportunity on the dice table, this is the time to do it, right? So as far as that goes, lots of potential opportunity. You're only missing one hit, all right? For those of you out there that say, well, and we're going to go over that later, they say, well, you know, what if I take 3 hits or 4 hits? You know, the more hits you take with that 135 across and your fillet exposed, the more chances to kind of set yourself back, okay? But here you have created opportunity for yourself, lots of potential. Then from here, there's tons of different systems. You could even throw a field bet, do some kind of modified iron cross. There's a lot of ways to work this once it's paid for. Cons. The cons are, the first really big con for me is I tend to steer away from one-hit systems, and that's what this is to some degree, okay? By that I mean you have a lot of money invested, a lot of hedging systems require that you expose yourself, at least at first, to a big setback. So if you get a point, right? If you get a point, and here you have 135 across. I'm just using the 9 as an example. It could be any number really, but all right. So you have 135, and boom, point, winner, right back. Table's excited, you're sad, right? Because you needed every other number to roll. Even a 7 would have been a better opportunity for you. So this is a one-hit system. One hit and ouch, basically, right? You still have this 135, and this is what I do from there, by the way. I know that's going to be your next question. I stay in the hand. I use the bets that I have in play to try and press and recover my lay. As soon as I recover my lay, hopefully I can get out that 150, 175 that I had invested, and if that happens, then I can regress, go to 32, okay? The other thing is if I see myself catching a big hand and I'm able to same bet the 175 out, I just keep my money in play and just press. So I get to the sort of the same outcome, all right? I would have hopefully gotten back to 135 with my don't pass, after taking my don't pass and my lay. So there you go, just hope for a good roll at that point. And we've had a few times where it's actually worked out really well. We've had a point winner, and then that person's gone on to win, to roll lots of points, lots of numbers, this type of thing. Maybe that's the start of a hot shooter kind of thing, okay? So that's the big con. The other con is, again, you're going to get dealers who, you know, think this is a lot of work. It's not so much a lot of work, and we always try to bring in the dealer's perspective or point of view. I get that question a lot. You know, what is the dealer going to say? How is the dealer going to react? Well, find yourself a great dealer who wants to talk to you and loves that you're playing different types of systems, right? Because the one thing I hated as a dealer was guys coming up and playing the exact same action all day. 27 across, same bet, same bet, same bet. This, at least, has got some room to move, right? You got some room to breathe, some flexibility. This can turn into quite the piece of action, given the right roll. Okay, who's it for? So this system is for someone, A, that has a $600 bankroll, a $700 bankroll. The bigger the bankroll, the better in this case. If you get that winner back, you're going to be losing out on your 175, and you're going to need to cover that. It's also for someone who wants a pretty decent rating, because you're going to get rated on all this place bet action in play and this flat bet on the don't pass. So you stand to get rated pretty well with this system, so the comp status is very good. If you're someone who is averse to putting out too much money at once on a table and failing on the one-hit system, this is probably not for you, because again, you have to keep that 175 or 135. There's a lot of green in play, so if you're not used to playing at this level, then maybe work some other type of system. And it requires a little bit of discipline. So if you're someone that goes on full tilt or is too emotionally attached, this is probably not for you. You have to stay disciplined. You have to stay focused. You got to pick up this lay and the flat bet. Once you hit a number, put that 32 back and stay focused on the strategy you have to play up those numbers and create opportunity for yourself. So I would say in general, it's kind of a mixed bag in terms of who's it for. I would say just come with the plan, come with the money, and come to have fun. There you go. So this is the Panda Degen, and what do I think about it? I love the system, actually. Amazingly, I stay away from one-hit systems, but me personally, I've enjoyed this system. We've actually had some success with this system. At Casino Quest, we've had a few players who kind of fall in love with this type of play once they realize they're like, this is like a ha-ha-ha moment with this hedge type of thing. And just staying in for the one hit seems like a win and very often works out very, very well. The key really is to press, create opportunity for yourself. Don't same bet. Once you get these bets regressed, if you're sitting there and just same betting these systems, you're not going to fare well, because eventually that point winner is coming, right? Or the sevens will eat you up, okay? So here, once you get here, you're missing out on one hit, but you have opportunity to power press and create some real opportunity for you, paid for by the casino, basically. So there you go. There is the Panda Degen system in the can. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to doing the next system review for you. Thank you, guys. Bye.
What's going on, guys? It's Alex here. We just finished recording our 12-minute challenge. We'd like to invite you guys, anyone that's interested in coming down, you don't have to pay or anything like that. Just come down, join our Discord link, and also join us on Twitch. We stream 4 days a week, live blackjack, live craps, live carnival games. Hope to see you soon. Bye.